Harbor Place Mall and the City of Douglasville are proud to present City Connector. On today's show, we'll talk to Frank Smith from the Pantry. We'll meet one of our newest City Council members, Larry Yockey, and talk to Charlotte Wagner from the mall. Plus, ALANA Whitaker. And musical guest, A Ransom Plea, will be joining us. And as always, your chance to be on TV with the interactive community calendar. Now, please welcome the stars of our show, Monk and Kelly.
Hi, I'm Diana Kelly from the Monk and Kelly Show. My partner's out today, but we're going to solo forward. And we have some great folks that are going to be joining us today. We have Frank Smith from the Pantry. We have Larry Yockey, who is the newest city councilor. We have Charlotte Wagner from Harbor Place Mall. She's going to be talking about a couple of special programs to help others. And we have ALANA Whitaker, who is going to be in our health zone talking about the March of Dimes walk that's coming up. We also have a great local band, A Ransom Plea, and they're going to be performing. And of course, we're going to have Kelly and Janice with their community calendar. So first, we're going to bring our first guest up, Frank Smith from the Pantry.
Hi,
nice
Kelly.
to meet you.
Nice to meet
Please
you.
have a seat. Now, this is the first time for these chairs for me, so really comfortable. Now, the Pantry has kind of a plea that's coming up for this spring. Everybody knows that about food drives that start during the Christmas season, the Thanksgiving season, but they tend to forget this time of year. So what are you doing for this?
Well, we're doing what's called the Pennies and Products for the Pantry campaign. Mm-hmm. It's a campaign that was started by another church that's locally here in Douglas County. They heard about the Pantry. They said one day, hey, we want to partner with the Pantry, and what we want to do is we want to stock your shelves for an entire year. And I said, now, Bishop Moore, do you understand what that means? And he said, no, well, what does that mean? I said, well, it would take 100,000 canned good items to stock us for an entire year. I heard him hit the floor on the telephone. Not really. But they took on the project, and they have gotten about 30 other churches in Douglas County, businesses, corporations, individuals that are doing canned food drives for us all over the county.
Wow. How many people do you serve?
On any given Saturday, we serve anywhere from 175 to 650 families. That was our largest. Right after the floods, we served 650 families. But our average is about 200 families on a Saturday morning from 9 to 12. We give them free groceries with no questions asked. That's
great, especially in this economy when so many people are between jobs, if you will. Now, if somebody wanted to get involved, how would they go about doing that?
Well, there's a number of different ways. They can call us at 770-217-0729 and leave a voicemail for us. We'll get back with them. They can get on our website at www.thepantrydc.com or they can call me at my office at 770-489-5990. We're always looking for good volunteers, and in this economy, that's a good way to get another job.
Yeah.
When you're volunteering for an agency, being faithful, being committed, we'll be happy to write a letter of recommendation for them also.
Well, it also keeps your mind busy too, and your hands too. Now, if people want to make a donation to the Pantry, how would they go about doing that?
Well, there's several. There's about 30 locations throughout Douglas County. They can drop off their non-perishable food items. And I understand that there's going to be a reptile show coming up here in April that they can get a donation. If they bring a donation to the reptile show, they're going to get some money off on their ticket. Just look in the Douglas County Sentinel for our locations. They'll be in there periodically. And that's how you can donate.
Now, when you're donating items, what kind of items are you looking for?
Well, primarily we're looking for shelf-stable items, and what that means is we're looking for items that are like canned good items, or boxed milk, shelf milk, green beans, canned corn, mac and cheese, pasta, spaghetti sauce, meals in a can like stews, raviolis, things of that nature.
Tuna fish.
Tuna fish, yes.
Let's see, salmon.
Salmon, that'll work too.
Yeah, all of those. Now, if people want to get involved at a specific location, you have located a way of is there a website or some place that they can contact?
They absolutely can. When they go to www.thepantrydc.com, there's actually a link on there that you can volunteer to be a collection site, to do a non-perishable food item drive for the pantry. It also shows you how you can donate financially. The neat thing right now, Kelly, is we kicked off the campaign on Wednesday, March 24th, and the goal is to collect 100,000 non-perishable food items.
Wow.
We've already collected 35,000 non-perishable food items.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That really is.
And we have a lot of partners out there that are helping us.
Now, what's your deadline?
Deadline is April 24th. That's going to be the huge collection day. Churches from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, all the different other partner churches will be bringing in their collections from their different sites to the pantry, which is located at 5960 Stewart Parkway, just about a mile south of I-20 on Highway 5 and about 0.3 of a mile west of Highway 5 in the Crossroads Church parking lot.
Now, what kind of groups have you been able to galvanize to support the pantry?
Well, we have some big corporations that prefer to remain nameless at this time. The Boy Scouts just did a canned food drive for us here about a week and a half ago. They collected over 2,000 canned food items, just a little cub pack.
Wow.
And, many hands make light work, but, those 8 or 10 cubs in that Cub Scout pack of number 555, they collected over 2,000 canned good items. And what they did is they just went around to their houses in their subdivision and told them they were going to be collecting on a certain date, and they brought them all in. And if we can get 40 or 50 people or Cub Scout packs or businesses or churches like that, we'll more than reach our 100,000 non-perishable food items.
Not to mention hoeing those around, it kind of gives you a little upper body strength.
It does. Yeah. I could use some of that.
Me too. How did you get involved in the pantry?
Well, 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, another ministry was actually doing a food pantry on Church Street. They had decided that they wanted to go a different direction and approached us and asked, would you be interested in taking this on? And we said, absolutely. And we went in, did a little bit of remodeling at the Church Street location at that time, and opened our doors on February 24th of 2007. We served 8 families.
Wow.
The next Saturday we served 24, the next Saturday 55, and now we're serving an average of 200. It's interesting, I saw a report here a month or so ago that over 5,000 jobs were lost in Douglas County in 2009. And that explained the big spike that we've seen in middle income people that are coming to the pantry. Mm-hmm. They come very depressed, their heads are down, they're really embarrassed about being there. But after speaking with us just briefly and meeting with our customer service volunteers and our food service volunteers, we joke with them, we laugh with them, we pray with them, we encourage them. They come in downcast, downtrodden, but they walk out feeling that they have some hope for the future. And that's really kind of the ultimate goal for the pantry, is to make people feel hopeful.
And it also gives some community support too. It brings the community together.
It does, absolutely.
Now again, your phone number?
770-217-0729. Website is www.thepantrydc.com.
Thank you so much, Frank, for joining us.
Thank you, Kelly.
We really appreciate it. And good luck with your goal on April 24th.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. Coming up, we've got Janice and Kelly, and they have the interactive community calendar.
Can you believe we're back? Another month has
Here we
passed.
are. Arbor Place Small City Connector. We want to invite people. This is the interactive community calendar portion of our program. And Janice, I think we have a very special guest coming up.
Yes, we do. We have Brian Adams from Alexander High School joining us today, along with his friend.
Now, Janice, why are you standing way over there? We've got to get in close.
Well, really, I was just admiring those beautiful nails, and so greatly color coordinated.
All right, Ryan, tell us who this is and who you're with and what we're doing here today.
All right, this is the Bearded Dragon. I teach at Alexander High School, and we are having a reptile event, a reptile expo, on April 22nd. It's a Thursday. It also is Earth Day. It will take place from 4:30 to 8:30 in the evening. And we will have a lot of reptiles coming in. We have a professional reptile show coming. We also have 6 out of the 7 venomous snakes in Georgia going to be there. We have reptiles you can touch, reptiles you can hold, reptiles you can look at, reptiles you can buy. So we have a lot. It's going to be fun for kids and for adults.
I think more for kids. That's great. Okay, so she will let me?
Yes.
She'll let me pet her, touch her,
She's very nice. She
Ooh.
lives in the classroom.
Yeah, she looked up at me. Okay.
She used to the kids, used to being handled. The kids love her. So.
And tell us the day of the event again and the time.
All right, it is 4:30 to 8:30 on April 22nd, and that's Earth Day. And then admission is $4 for adults, $3 for kids, and 3 and under are free. And then if you bring 2 cans for the pantry, then you get $1 off one admission. So each 2 cans gets $1 off one admission.
Very good.
So this is a fun day along with a benefit to help our community.
It is definitely.
So I need to not be standoffish. I need to come and
That's
enjoy
right. Come
the...
and look. And you don't have to touch them if you come.
Okay.
You can just come and look.
Okay.
Very
Sounds
good.
great.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right. That's great. Joining up with the pantry and providing a benefit there for the area. Who do we have up next?
Well, our next guest is also from Alexander High School, and we have Clint Mill joining us.
Hi, Clint.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you? Alexander Student Government Association is hosting its first annual car show and spring festival. We're going to be having a rummage sale. We're also going to be having a fun run for elementary school kids, pre-K through 5th grade. I want to encourage everybody to go onto our website, the Alexander High School website, or you can go to tinyurl.com/AHS car show for all the information. If you have a car you want to enter, we're going to have food there. We're going to have our clubs providing activities like games. We actually have an inter-county home baseball game, a rival Chapel Hill, so that ought to be exciting. I also have the Batmobile is going to be at our car show, so the Batmobile is going to be there. I'm trying to land another couple cars, like TV show cars for the event. For you to come, just to spectate, it's free. But if you want to register a car to be in the show, or you want to register your child to be in the fun run, or if you want to set up a space for the rummage sale, you can go on our webpage, again, tinyurl.com/AHS car show, and you can see all the information on there. And we're just hoping for a nice big event. It's on April 24th. It's actually 2 days after the reptile show, so we're going to have a lot of things going on that week. And want to encourage everybody to come out. And the proceeds that we're using is to get a new trophy case for our school and some other school improvement projects like an outdoor classroom.
All right. And tell us again, it was April 24th. What are the times?
Okay, the car show is going to run from 10 to 3. The rummage sale is from 8 to 6. And the elementary school fun run starts at 9 and should end about noon. And there will be other club activities there, face painting and pictures. And we got the Chick-fil-A cow coming out, and we got the Alexander Cougar for the kids to take pictures with. So
they pulled it all out for us.
Absolutely. So there's something for everyone.
That's what it says on my flyer, something for everyone.
Right.
Raffles and everything.
All right. Well, thank you, Clint, for sharing that information.
Okay, thank you,
and inviting everybody out April 24th.
All right.
Thanks, Clint. All right.
And our next guest is Diana.
Diana, come on up and join us here. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And I think you're going to tell us about something that Kelly and I would probably find dear to our heart.
Wonderful. I am the director of nonprofit organization titled Sister to Sister Mentoring, and it is an organization to bring women together of all ages, whereby we bring in accomplished female leaders who can speak into the lives of women to share their experiences of their life story and their accomplishments, whereby when women leave, they can be inspired, encouraged, and empowered to live out their best life and to live their life on purpose.
Very good. And now, is this a new chapter here in this area?
It was established in the state of Georgia in September of 2009, and we launched it in the city of Douglasville. And we hold our monthly empowerment sessions every month on a Saturday at the Douglasville Downtown Conference Center.
So if I would like to come and just be inspired, or if I would like to present to the group, there's an opportunity?
There is an opportunity to do so. What you could do is contact me at our email address at stsmentoring@aol.com. And you can also visit our website. It's a social network website where women are welcome to join. And it's sistertosistermentoring.ning.com.
Very good.
Sounds awesome.
So our next monthly empowerment session will be on Saturday, April the 17th at 6 p.m. at the Douglasville Downtown Conference Center.
Wow, it is spring and things are moving. Thank you for that information.
Thank you for having
and
us.
holding it right downtown in downtown Douglasville.
That is correct. That is correct. Women, come on out and be fed.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have joining me the newest city councilor, Larry Yockey,
Yes.
and you're with Ward 1.
Yes.
Is this your initial foray into the governmental leadership scene?
Well, yes, in a way. I am the president of our homeowners association, and I've been the president for 12 years now. And it's over in Arbor Station. Of course, it's part of Ward 1. And so, yeah, it was my first time to be an elected official.
That's pretty cool. Now, are most of the neighborhood associations easy to contact as a counselor?
Yeah, in regards to getting phone calls and stuff like that.
And finding out what needs to be done?
Yes, we have our meetings every month, and we hear from our members and to find out exactly what their needs are, and that's how I'm looking at with being on the city council. My area has expanded now, and not only is it on the south side of I-20, it's on the north side of I-20. So it's
Boy, a little bit schizophrenic there.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's a bigger area and more people to work with, and I'm really excited about it.
Now, if people have a project that they'd like you to address, how would they contact you in your ward?
They would contact the main number right there at City Hall at 770-920-3000, and my extension. They can catch me there, and it also gives my cell phone number. So I have a cell phone number that they can reach me on also, and that's on the recording.
What drew you to city leadership?
What drew me to leadership? I enjoy working for people, and being a member, being a president of the association for 12 years, you can see I have a passion for really helping people.
Yeah.
And we haven't had that, for several years in Ward 1, and I'm bringing that. I hope to bring that to Ward 1, and hope that the people will, especially the ones that didn't vote for me, I hope that they will, over time they'll get to know me and see that I really am a person that they can trust and rely on, taking care of their problems.
What's your wish list for Ward 1?
Wish list for Ward 1 is safe neighborhood. I want the neighborhoods to be safe. I want the homeowners and the citizens of Ward 1 to feel comfortable living in their neighborhoods. I would love to have them keep their properties up in Ward 1. I want Ward 1 to be the number one ward for people to want to live in. And so I like the streets to be, prepared to make sure that they have proper streets that they can drive on. So, potholes, we're having some issues with that right now with the weather.
It's the season.
It's the season for that. And so there are things like that I want them to draw on and come to me for.
And with the safety issue, I would take it that you're very supportive of the police force here.
Absolutely. We have a great police chief, Chris, and I see him in our neighborhood, not him personally, but I see the police force in our neighborhoods, and I am just an opponent of his staff and his force.
It's nice to see them so well organized.
Yes, and they have a great a fleet of cars, and you like to see them around. I don't know if people have noticed, but the cars have changed. They're black and white now, not just white.
Yeah.
And they really stand out now, and so you know that they are around, and that's a good thing.
What would you say is the accomplishment that the City Council is striving for that you are most proudest of?
Could you repeat that again?
Well, what do you see the council moving toward that you're really pushing for this year?
Well, we do have the new police administration building coming up, and that is just a super, it's been needed for years, and it's just going to be a great facility for our police force. And we have on the books, or on the board, we have a new convention center. So there are several things that we have that are big things that are coming up, and that we can really support and really be happy that we're living in Douglasville and having nice facilities.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your dreams with us today on City Connector. We have Larry Yockey from Ward 1. And coming up, City Connector will be right back with a ransom plea. Welcome to A Ransom Plea. Thank you. Welcome, no problem.
Holy Father, I'm here to lift my hands. I lift my hands. Holy Spirit, let me come and lift my heart. I lift my heart. 'Cause I don't wanna breathe without you, and I don't wanna run without you, and I don't wanna live without you, without you. And I don't wanna sing without you, and I don't wanna speak without you, and I don't wanna live without you. Jesus, Holy One, I lift my soul, I lift my soul. Worthy Father, the only one, I lift this song, I lift this song. 'Cause I don't wanna breathe without you, and I don't wanna run without you, and I don't wanna live without you, without you. And I don't wanna sing without you, and I don't wanna speak without you, and I don't wanna live without you, without you. But you fill me, yeah, you fill me. Yes, I am empty, but you fill me, God, you fill me. 'Cause I don't wanna breathe without you, and I don't wanna run without you, and I don't wanna live without you, without you here. And I don't wanna sing without you, and I don't wanna speak without you, and I don't wanna live without you, without you here. Without you here.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Wagner with Arbor Place Mall, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about our community outreach program, 20 Under 20. We have partnered here with the retailers at the mall to come up with 20 gift ideas under $20. We think during this tough economic times that we really wanted to reach out to the community and let them know that they could still find perfect Mother's Day gifts that wouldn't hurt the pocketbook. So join us here at Arbor Place Mall and our retailers for this special community outreach, 20 Under 20.
Welcome back with City Connector. We have some great folks that are going to be joining us for the second half. We have Charlotte Wagner, who's with Arbor Place Mall. She's going to be telling us about a really special program involving your shoes. And we have the March of Dimes, ALANA Whitaker, who's going to be joining us, and we'll have more with A Ransom Plea. They were pretty terrific. Charlotte, now tell me about Soul to Soul.
Okay, it's Souls for Souls is actually a program. They're based out of Nashville, Tennessee, but they facilitate the collection and donation of shoes. And what we've been doing here is we've actually been doing a shoe drive. We have 4 containers throughout the mall. One is at the Easter Bunny set right now. And we will have the containers here through April 16th, and it's part of our Celebrating the Earth Day program. But CBL Properties, which is the management company for Arbor Place Mall, has gotten all their malls together, and we're all working on this program together, and our goal is to raise, or to collect 150,000 shoes.
Wow.
Which would also be a Guinness Book of World Records. So
that's terrific.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the Guinness people here for that?
That would be very nice.
That would be.
Actually, I think they would be at our Cool Springs location, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, but in correlation with Souls for Souls. But it's a great program.
It is.
They actually donate shoes to over 125 different countries. They've done, right now, as you can imagine, that Haiti is one of the primary countries that are getting the shoes. But they take the old shoes, clean them up, and get them ready to send out. But there's a lot of different people who have benefited from the program. And they actually started with Hurricane Katrina and helping out with that program.
I'm thinking of all the shoes that are in my closet right now, or actually I should say my daughter's closet right now, some of which she's put on maybe twice.
Yeah,
that would make a really good donation.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these children, many of them have never had a pair of shoes, so those old shoes laying in the closet could truly be their first pair of shoes. So we've been going through our closets. I've gone through my kids' closets, and you would be amazed at what you can come up with, and they would certainly be appreciated by all these people.
You've got another great program that's going on, the 20 for 20 Mother's Day program.
We're doing a 20 items under $20, and actually there's a lot more, as you can imagine, of that in the mall than the 20. But we've kind of called it the 20 under 20. But during the tough economic times, what we've tried to do is partner with our retailers and let people know that there's still nice gifts to be found for mom that won't hurt the pocketbook. And we've also kind of rolled it into the buy local program. So, you know, to keep the money in Douglas County and help the retailers here.
Now, it seems like the buy local program's been working pretty well from
I
all
think
the
it has.
reports that have been coming along.
Pretty successful.
You have a retailers conference, conservation effort that's going on as well.
We do. Several retailers, national retailers, have really gotten on board with sustainability programs, from everything conserving energy in the stores, redesigning stores so that they do use less energy, to recycling the bags, and having actually their bags made of recycled products, using low voltage lights have been a big thing. We're also seeing food retailers that are partnering with agencies through like the National Restaurant Association and donating their extra food so that food doesn't go to waste.
That's terrific. And I noticed all the natural light around here, so I mean that I would imagine would be part of the recycling
We
program.
do. One of the things that CBL and Arbor Place Mall does, Frank Miller is our operations director, he does fantastic job at trying to be sure that we're being conservative with our energy as well. We're using the hand dryers in the bathrooms to conserve paper. We also try to turn on, if you're a mall walker in the morning, you'll know that the escalators are turned off. And that does conserve a lot of energy, so.
Plus it's better to walk up those stairs than to go gliding. That's terrific. Well, with the Mother's Day outreach, community outreach program, that is the 20 for 20 program that's going on. Is it in effect right now?
It is. The actual flyer will go out mid-April. You can find it on our website about that time to go ahead and start looking for it and print it out. It'll have ideas for every type of mother, if she needs a Snuggie or, some new flip-flops for the spring. There's going to be a lot of great ideas on that little flyer.
Actually, I was thinking like my mother-in-law who would walk the mall and what I would get for her because her birthday is right after Mother's Day. So it works out pretty well.
Kind of do the double thing.
Yeah,
birthday, Mother's Day.
Well, we appreciate you taking time to talk to us about what's going on here and some of the excellent programs. And again, if people want to donate for the Soul for Soul program?
There's actually two ways that they can bring their shoes here to the mall. There's the easiest way to tell you where a drop-off bin is at the Easter set. We will have one in Center Court, and there's also, if you don't want to donate shoes and want to do a monetary donation, you can go to arborplace.com/earth, and there's a screen that comes up that you can click on Celebrating the Earth, and where you can go on and just do a monetary donation as well.
Earth Day is April 20th, I think?
April 20th, yes.
Okay, I did remember that correctly. Thank you so much, Charlotte Wagner
thank you.
from
Appreciate
Arbor
it.
Place Mall, and
All
thank
right,
you for
thank
letting us have the show.
Thank you.
And we have coming up our interactive community calendar with Kelly and Janice.
Janice, we've got a busy show, a lot of things happening today, and I know we have another segment here of the interactive community calendar. Who do we have lined up?
We have some great guests, and our first guest is going to be Laura Lieberman from the Cultural Arts Center.
We know Laura. Miss Laura right here between us. There you go.
Thanks for having me.
And I think we're going to have to get real close and snug.
Get close.
All right, here we are.
All righty.
Okay.
Tell us, with the Cultural Arts Center, you guys are busy year-round, okay?
Yes,
but let's take a snapshot at the month of May coming up.
Okay, we've got our annual spring concerts on the plaza, on O'Neill Plaza in historic downtown Douglasville, and we've got a great lineup this year. May 8th, I've got Delta Moon, which is one of the terrific Cajun blues bands. We've just set up with a fabulous swing band. May 15th, the Artie Ball Band from
Will we get
Athens.
to dance?
We will be dancing,
Wow.
okay? Or I hope we will be. I always like people dancing on the plaza. And then for the 22nd, we have some classic rock and roll with Divided by Six.
Wow.
A tidbit of information, Divided by 6, 3 of those band members graduated from right here in Douglas County High School.
Yeah, we're glad to have some locals. We buy local too.
Yes, exactly.
So,
So a lot of things happening. What else is happening in the month of May?
our most popular, biggest event, the most popular event in downtown Douglasville, which is Taste of Douglasville. We took the name back actually on Janice's suggestion. Used to be Taste for Douglasville Arts. Now we're back to Taste of Douglasville. This is a huge family festival. It's May 15th, 11 until 5. We have lots of children's activities, best restaurants in town offering very affordable samples of their fields. We've got 2 stages of talent, student and other local professionals. And it's just a great day, and it's a wonderful time in downtown Douglasville. Last year, you may remember, we were rained out for the first time in 16 years, so this year we're going to have perfect weather. And Janice is one of our co-chairs, so we won't be bringing umbrellas.
No, we're having a Chamber of Commerce Day this year.
Perfect.
Lots of sunshine, lots of fun, and lots of delicious food.
And it is. It's a great time to come out. You'll have a lot of good music, good food, good entertainment, just a good family atmosphere, and it all benefits the Cultural Arts Center.
Arts Council and the programs that we offer to the community year-round.
And, give us the website for that, because you guys do reach a lot of different age groups, brackets, and that type of thing with your programming.
And we're still looking for vendors, restaurants, and sponsors for this event. It's www.artsdouglas.org. And all of the forms and information on all the kinds of programs we have all year long are on that website. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
thanks,
Keep up
Janice.
that awesome job you do for our community.
Oh, I appreciate that, Janice.
Very good. We like the CAC.
Oh, yes,
And they're
we do.
located right there on Campbellton Street, across from Douglas County High School, the Robert Mosley Building, historic landmark here in our community as well. Who do we have up next, Janice?
We have Melanie Robinson joining us.
Hi, Melanie. How are you? You get to come right between us as well.
Hi.
Melanie, you're representing?
I'm representing United Way in Douglas County today.
All right. And tell us about United Way and some of the features that you'd like to let the community know all about.
Well, I'm here today to talk about our 2010 United Way Shoebox Project that kicks off on April 5th and that will continue through May 21st. United Way in metropolitan Atlanta actually started the program 5 years ago. And last year, they were able to raise about 12,000 shoe boxes filled with personal care products to benefit homeless women and children. So we're looking forward this year across the 13-county area to generate about 20,000 shoe boxes filled with these personal care items. So We're encouraging all of our Douglas County citizens to please get involved. If you're interested in volunteering your time, or if you're a corporation who's interested in a project to engage your employees in a volunteer effort, we feel like this is the best one for you to get involved in.
Right, and that's the United Way. And tell us again, it kicks off April the 5th and runs through?
It kicks off April 5th and runs through May 21st. If you're interested in getting involved, you can call us at your local United Way office at 678-623-2861 to get more information on how to get involved.
All right.
Now, can I just choose any shoebox, or
you can choose any shoebox you want? We just want it filled with items like toothpaste, toothbrushes, lotion, shampoo, things of that nature. So to get a full list of all the items we'll be looking for, you can visit our website at the Shoebox Project at unitedwayatlanta.org.
Right. Well, and we all know that the economy has certainly been tough. So if we're one of the blessed ones, this is a way to give back to those
Absolutely.
That's less fortunate.
It's a wonderful project.
All right. Melanie, thank you for being with us today. We appreciate that information. Thank you.
Our next guest really doesn't need an introduction. We have Kimberly Weaver joining us, and she's actually wearing two hats today. She's going to tell us about two different events that she's participating in.
Yes, I am. I'm here representing the Chamber of Commerce. They have the Business to Community Expo April 17th, which is only a couple weeks away. They're still looking for businesses to have some tables, some information tables there, and they have information about that. If you contact the Chamber, they can give you the details on that. The expo is being sponsored by West Georgia Technical College, and most people realize the enormity of that school in our community, so we're glad that they're able to support that and support our local businesses. But that happens here at the mall, which also helps support the mall and some traffic through the area. They will be here from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. So we hope people come out, learn the businesses here in Douglasville, and also just become aware of what services are offered through our city and our county.
If I could throw in, that's going to help promote also the Buy Local program that the Chamber kicked off, and keeping the people, of our community focused. There's a lot of great services, a lot of great businesses here in our area. That was the Chamber Expo. Next hat you've got is?
The next hat I'm wearing is for the Douglasville Convention and Visitors Bureau. We have an event called the Bridal Tea. It's actually a free bridal show for brides. We are looking for brides to register for the event. It is free. It's going to be information on businesses that work in the wedding industry in the Douglasville, Douglas County area. So again, the Buy Local theme is strong, and we are pushing that really hard, especially in our tough economic times. We want to really push our community. The tea is at Le Jardin Blanc, which is also another historic landmark here in Douglasville. It's going to be a free tea. It's going to be from 2 to 5 p.m. on April 18th. And anyone who is interested in registering can contact the CVB, or just go on our website at visitdouglasville.com, and there's a link there that they can click on.
All right.
So they'll have the opportunity to actually come and speak with the different vendors, the photographers.
Exactly. It helps them plan their wedding here in Douglasville. If they unfortunately aren't having a wedding here in Douglasville, maybe they can at least use the vendors who operate through our community.
That's great.
A lot of great services. Yes. Thank you, Kimberly. A lot going on. Who do we have up next?
Our next guest is Janet Crow, and she's with American Business Women's Association.
Hi, Janet. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me. I'm a member of the American Business Women's Association, and they are a national organization that's been around for 60 years. And we're a member of the Douglas County chapter, and we mentor business owners and educate and knowledge about the business. And also we give back to the community. Our latest fundraiser was at the Cultural Arts Center, and it was the Mad Hatter Tea Party. And through these fundraisers, we give back by offering scholarships to local high school students that can participate in our American Business Women's Association as future members.
So you kind of joined the older women in the business world with some of the younger coming up into that.
Yes, we try to mentor towards that younger business sense so that they can grow up and have the knowledge and hopefully pass it on and keep going through.
And if I'm looking to be part of the American Women's Business Association, where do you need to direct me? Is there a website or a telephone number?
Yes, the website is info@abwa-dc.com, and we meet the fourth Tuesday of every month at the Red Lobster at 6:30.
All right, very good. Plan out your activities and a lot more things, I'm sure, lying ahead in the next year.
Yes, ma'am. We have an awards banquet coming up in April, and in May, with the help of the CAC, we're going to have a networking expo.
All right, very good. Well, thank you, Janet, for being with us today, sharing that information.
Thank you.
Hopefully a lot of our viewers, they'll take advantage of those services and join up with the American Women's Business Association.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We've got a really great guest. Her name is ALANA WHITAKER, and she's with one of my favorite organizations, the March of Dimes. And you have a big walk that's coming up in April.
I do. It's Saturday, April 24th at Marietta Middle School, 121 Wynn Street, Marietta. It is for Cobb, Paulding, and Douglas counties combined, so the West Metro March for Babies. And we're raising money to stop premature birth and low birth weight.
You also have a neonatal support system in place, we understand.
We do. We have NICU support staff in a lot of the NICUs throughout Metro Atlanta and throughout the state of Georgia, really to cope, help the parents cope with having a premature baby.
Mm-hmm. In our family, my husband's sister had 2 preemies. The first one was almost 4 months premature, and it was back 20 years ago when they were just starting to work with surfactant, courtesy of the March of Dimes and their research. But she was so close to an excellent hospital, Dartmouth, in New Hampshire, and that saved her child's life. And Josh is a perfectly normal kid today. So that's
great.
Although his mother might disagree occasionally. But programs like that, it's wonderful to see the March of Dimes supporting that. And you also have a big push for moms before they're moms, too.
We do. We're really big on educating mothers about taking folic acid, about getting the proper prenatal care, taking the proper prenatal vitamins. We're really trying to stop birth defects and premature birth before babies are even born.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what our big push is.
And you have an Angel 2 program? What's that?
Yeah, the Angel 2 is our neonatal transport, which is basically an ambulance for premature babies, and it's housed at Grady Hospital in Atlanta. And what it does is it goes all over the state of Georgia, down to Savannah, up to Augusta, all to a lot of the rural counties in Georgia, to transport premature babies up to the hospitals in Atlanta to get the proper NICU support that they need.
You really need more than one of those, though.
We do. We only have one right now that we got last year, and we're raising money to fund a second one, because basically it only holds 2 babies, and if a mother has multiples, more than 2 babies, then how do you choose which 2 babies go and which ones stay? As well as if it's on a run in South Georgia, what do you do if it's a premature baby in North Georgia that needs to get to proper care? So we're really trying to fund a second one. And on that note as well, all of the money that's raised here in the West Metro, Cobb, Paulding, and Douglas combined, goes back into the state of Georgia, goes back into these counties. We're really big on having our money go back to where it's raised.
Yeah, they're very effective, the March of Dimes,
Yeah.
when it comes to that. How do people get involved in the walk that's coming up?
Well, basically, if you have a business, you can either become a sponsor or you can start a March for Babies team. You can go to www.marchforbabies.org and you can sign up there. There's no entry fee or minimum required to walk, but we definitely encourage everyone to reach out to their networks to, this economy, to reach out to everyone.
Yeah.
And if you ask 20 people to give you $10, that's $200. So, and every penny counts. We started on collecting dimes, so for us, every dime counts.
Yeah, people don't think of that, March of Dimes. Oh, yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah, we have a little card that we give out to students in elementary school to help, fund research to eradicate polio. And so they have the cards to collect the dimes. We don't do that anymore, but again, to us, every dime really does count.
Well, this is what I've heard some kids do. They'd get a jar and they'd go around their school with, just a slit in the top and collecting.
Yeah, we even have buckets we
dimes
can
that
provide
way.
the schools too, Every penny counts.
Scrape the change out of the bottom of the car.
Exactly, right in the console, yeah.
It really does. Now, if I was debating, could I show up on the 24th with money and be able to walk?
Yes.
Okay.
We encourage everyone to come out and join us. I actually encourage you to come out and maybe form a team since you do have a close mission connection. It would be great to see you out there. If you don't pre-register, you can still come out there and walk. We actually will have a lunch provided by Publix after the walk. It's 3.5 miles, so it's equivalent to a 5K, and it's just a walk, so it's pretty easy and doable for everyone, and it's a very pretty walk as well.
Hey, bring your dog, there
yeah,
you go.
bring your dog on a
Yeah.
leash. You can bring strollers with your babies.
Yeah.
There's a children's area, so it's a really fun family event.
Actually, we've done that with strollers back when, our oldest is 14 now, but yeah. Back in the day, it's a lot of fun. It's good exercise, and it's just a healthy community fundraiser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
is there a website people can check out if they want more information on the March?
Yeah,
of Dimes?
marchforbabies.org. And marchfordimes.com actually gives you information more about March Dimes in general, what we're funding research for. But you go to marchforbabies.org and you can sign up to walk that day for April 24th. You get a little more details about where the location is as well.
That's great. And again, the day it's going to be held.
Yes, Saturday, April 24th. The walk starts at 10 a.m. Registration's at 8:30. Come between 8:30, 9:30. There will be entertainment as well as some snacks beforehand as well.
I was going to say, do you do the workout?
We
do the stretching thing.
We do. Yeah, we'll have a warm up for everyone to get everyone ready to go. We don't want anyone to pull any muscles or anything.
Yeah, we used to when we do it. You bring a boom box and you just kind of like do your own stretch thing. Everybody be in their corner, and the kids would go grab bagels.
Get a little more organized now. We definitely encourage everyone to.
Yeah, I think so.
To participate.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much, ALANA Whitaker, for joining us from the March of Dimes. And we have coming up, we've got Janice and Kelly, and they have the interactive community calendar.
Thank you for coming to this portion of the City Connectors, the interactive community calendar, and we're taking a little bit of a different spin on this last segment here today. I have joining me Valerie Howell from Merle Norman, and Carrie is our live prop today on set. Tell us what's going on with Miss Carrie today, Valerie, and thank you for being here with us.
You're very welcome. Thank you for asking. I am going to actually show you all a quick spring makeover to kind of brighten you up from this winter that we've had that's been so harsh. We actually, if you look very closely, you can see that Carrie is two-faced. We didn't really want her to be that way, but we have made up one side of her face and one side we have not. And this is the side that we're going to be actually showing the makeover. So you can actually see, we should do it this way, the before and the after look. And now I'm going to show you how to get this way so we can make her match.
Oh, I like that before and after.
Yes.
Yes, this is what we try to accomplish every morning, isn't it, ladies? Yes.
I feel like the very first important thing actually in doing your makeup is skincare. Having a good skincare regimen is the most important to make the makeup glide on more smoothly and look as beautiful as it can be. As talking to Carrie and consulting ahead of time, we found out her skin was a little drier, so we've actually already prepped this side with moisturizer.
Okay.
We have added eye cream that we need to help add maybe for little fine lines. And now we're going to start with some makeup. We're going to start with concealer. Now, concealer can be your best friend.
I'm thinking I like that word because concealing means it's going to hide. What's it going to hide for us, Valerie?
Exactly. It's going to hide any kind of little imperfections. Of course, Carrie doesn't have any.
Okay, so this will be an easy job.
It also can hide any dark circles from maybe those sleepless nights or allergy times. And just hereditary, too, can also cause that.
Sure.
One way, and I like to use a brush to blend that and then to take a little sponge and finish blending this out. Brushes and sponges are going to be your tool to make up. And I'm going to let Carrie look up because we want to get right up under those eyelashes. One quick trick to really just brighten your skin up is to take a lighter color of foundation or concealer, and you actually can go up through the temple area, along under the eyes and the upper cheekbone. This will instantly take about 10 years off of you.
Do that trick again. Tell me. I need write this one down for me.
Right, write this one down.
Yes.
Use a lighter concealer 2 to 3 times lighter than your skin and carry it under the eyes, around the temple area, upper cheekbone. That will uplift and brighten your whole
face. Very good.
Now, talking with Carrie, she really wanted a natural look.
Yes.
Okay? Mineral powders is the rage these days, and we at Merle Norman now have mineral powder. She liked it because she believes in natural things.
Okay.
This is totally natural product. It has no preservatives, no dyes in it. This actually comes from minerals in the earth. We're taking and applying this with a brush. Now, one tip and trick that I like in applying mineral powder is to actually use a smaller brush.
Okay.
Because you can actually get a little more coverage with it this way. See, we're taking and we're blending this all over. Remember, we've already done that one side, so we're just going to finish carrying this over on this side.
Well, I'm thinking this could work for me in the mornings when I'm like, I can do half of my face before I fix breakfast for the kids, go get the other half done, and then fix lunch and send them out the door, right?
That's a perfect way to do it. Perfect. And then you can take a bigger brush just to go back and kind of set it and make it a little more smoother. This is a quick foundation and powder all-in-one type product. So it's great for the woman on the go.
I like that.
Yes. Now we're going to come to blush. One of the color schemes for this spring is pink. And pinks are really in. The brighter colors you can see with the yellows and the greens are in. So we have chosen to do a blush that is more in the pink tones for Carrie. You always want to find the apple of your cheek, start there, and you actually go straight back to the hairline. And natural look, okay?
Sure.
Remember that you can put on a little bit of blush. That will brighten you up, but you always want to go back again with a little sponge.
Well, I'm missing those sponge things.
And soften.
Yes.
You need some of these.
I need some sponges.
These are great. This just helps to soften because we really want to bring out her eyes. That's the main important thing we want to do for spring is to bring out eyes. We have already prepped this side of her eye with what we call a shadow base.
Okay.
And it was actually a white cream product that we put on. This will enable you to put your shadows on, and they will stay on all day.
They do.
Without coming off or fading or even creasing.
I'm a user.
Good. So you're a believer.
I'm a believer. I'm a user there.
We were looking at Carrie's eyes, and your eyeshadow placement really depends upon your shape eyes, how you place your eyeshadows. We are choosing a lighter shade, and we're actually going to go over the entire eye area. I'm going to let you close. With this lighter color. She has deep set eyes.
Yes.
And deep set means that when she actually looks up, and I'm going to let her look up now into the camera, you don't see a lot of her lid. You see more from her crease to her eyebrow. So to really balance out that eye, I'm going to let you close one more time and put a little bit more on. We want to keep the lid part the very lightest color and under the brow. But you're going to see now that I'm going to darken that area that you see the most of. And that will help to balance out her eye and make it really stand out.
So there's really a lot of tips and techniques that you can learn if you experience the help of someone just as yourself.
Yes, exactly. We at Merle Norman invite ladies to come in, and we can actually sit with you and work with you one-on-one and kind of tell you how to apply the makeup according to your face shape, your eye shape, and so forth. You can see that I'm actually taking this darker color, we're going in through the crease area, and then we're going to bring it down on the lower part of the lid and the outer part of the eye. It's like an L shape. This will elongate her eye and bring it out more and just give her that smoky look. We're looking for kind of a smoky, sexy look for Carrie today.
All right.
Now, you don't want to just leave that, okay? We're going to blend.
I'm catching on, I think.
You are.
Okay.
We're going to blend with a brush. We're going to go back to a bigger brush. And this is where we begin to soften the look so it looks more blended and more professional looking. The more you soften, the less dramatic it can be. So if you want a dramatic eye, you don't blend as much. If you want a softer eye, you blend a little bit more.
And I guess that dramatic look would be maybe more for your evening time.
Exactly. You can make it a little darker for evening. Now you can see how I've got a boo-boo right here. Okay? And I'm going to show you how quickly you can cover that. That happens a lot, either with like eyeliner, mascara, or a shadow. All you have to do is take a little bit more of your concealer.
Oh, there you go.
Dab over that. And our little sponge, and voila, it is going to be gone.
We don't have to start over.
We don't have to start over.
I like that.
Yes.
Very good.
Now, to add more emphasis to her eyes, we want to use an eyeliner to line with. And because of her deep set eyes, we're only going to line about halfway. Again, that elongates the eye, brings the eye out more. So we're going to close. I'm going to start in about the center of her eye and come straight out to the outer corner. Now you can see I'm doing little short strokes or dashes, Kelly.
Right.
That's a lot easier to put your eyeliner on with than trying to draw one whole complete line. So little strokes, little dashes along her eyelash line. Now what you want to do is right at the edge and end of the eye, you want to uplift the eyeliner. Again, this creates a little more definition and brings the eyes up and out more. Now I'm going to let you open your eyes, Carrie, sorry. 2 Ks here. And we're going to go underneath the lashes with just a little bit. Now, one thing you have to think about is as you get older, and we're not there yet, but you want to soften the area under the eyes and not do so heavy of a liner or so much of a darker liner too. And that will bring the eyes out more.
Well, I'm going to go inspect my makeup when I get through here, because I'm definitely learning a lot of tips.
And you know what I love is for men to come in and bring what they have, and then we can show them maybe how they can work with it, but then how we can incorporate things that we have in with what they're using.
Right, very good.
We're going to add some mascara. Now, we talked about lashes for Carrie, and she wanted hers to be thicker. So we're using a thickening mascara that will coat each individual lash to make them look thicker. And this, of course, just sets off the eyes and brings them out. So a little bit of mascara. When you're going out for evening, you want to think about doing one more coat and you're ready to go.
All right.
Now, one thing on the bottom is use the tip of the brush is also another little tip.
Okay.
If you'll rest your pinky on your face so you've got some leverage, and just go right across those lashes.
Brush across those.
Yes.
Very good.
You've got it on and you're not poking out or poking in your eye.
All right. All right.
There we go. Ta-da.
Get a nice close-up on that. All right. Once again, Valerie, thank you for being our special interactive community calendar area carry for our guest, and we will be back with more City Connector.
Joining us today on City Connector. We've had some great folks that have shown up here at Arbor Place Mall, including Charlotte Wagner, who's with Arbor Place Mall, to tell us about the Souls for Souls program, and Frank Smith from the Pantry, Counselor Larry Yockey, who's our brand new city councilor, and these great guys, and they are the band called
Ransom Plea.
And now, where do you guys play locally?
We play all over the place, actually. In the city, in the state, and we're trying to travel nationally eventually. So just keep that in your prayers, really.
Will do. What's this gadget that you're sitting on right here?
That is called a cajon. Cajon, sorry. It's some kind of like a drum thing.
Because we were all staring at it, kind of intrigued. And
Yeah.
It looks like, gee, I could play that, but I'd have to have rhythm. So.
It kind of makes the drum set, it kind of simulates a drum set sound rather than like a djembe or something like that. So it's a little bit more.
I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, guys, and
Thank you.
Go to it.
Thank you very much.
Jesus, I have found the weight has been lifted, though I strayed so far. Your mercy draws me near. Jesus, I have found my debt has been paid, though I've gone so far. Your grace finds me here. And as I run to your feet, Lord, surrender faith in your arms. It's hard, I walk this road, but not alone. To the weary you give rest, you give rest. So Jesus, I have found the weight has been lifted, though I strayed so far. Your mercy draws me near. Jesus, I have found my debt has been paid. And though I've gone so far, your grace finds me here. Your grace finds me here. As I search for something more to make sense of this world, I look to you and you alone. 'Cause when I seek you, I will find. Yes, I will find.